These humans are crazy. And one of them was fighting in nothing but his underwear. One of them yelled, "Hold my beer!" And the next thing we knew, our dropship exploded.
Hello, I'm Pam Hoffman, Everyday Spacer.
I'm Jeff Miller, CME's Computer and IT Solutions.
At Everyday Spacer, we show regular folks how to personally and directly participate in space exploration, science, and astronomy. We're here on Friday nights at 9 p.m. Pacific Time, 12 midnight Eastern Time, and 2 p.m. on Saturday in Queensland, Australia. We're broadcasting live from Thousand Oaks, California. Thank you so much for being here. Now,
Hi, Janie.
I almost needed a leash for this one to restrain him.
But I like the comments.
Yes, I do too. You gonna read it?
Yeah. Happy last
yes.
Friday in August. I haven't met any aliens that I know about, and I have met many strangers. My mom taught us always to smile and say hello. Yep. Hi, Cliff.
Hey, Cliff. We missed you last week.
Hey, Scott.
And Scott, too. We missed you, too.
Yeah, we thought we'd start the show off a little bit differently, Cliff.
Yes. Are you doing this? I never got confirmation on that.
No, we don't have any real cybersecurity, actionable cybersecurity news. Just I got some notices that the Chinese are at it again, but I mean, what can you do?
All right, so tonight we are going to do some speculation on aliens. We'll be back in 8.3 seconds. You doing them now?
No.
Okay. There's a link to that book in the description. If you want a signed copy of the book, go to pam@everydayspacer.com for details.
Okay.
Now?
Yeah. Hi, Dawn.
Hey, Dawn. Welcome. We're so glad you're here.
Hi, Sally.
Hey, Sally. Finally paid it. Yes. All right. Can I go now?
Sure.
All right. If aliens really came to Earth, why would they be here? How would they find us? How would they get here? What would they want? In past episodes, the question about aliens coming to Earth has come up. We don't have any real knowledge about this, so we will speculate, and we'll welcome you to join us tonight. Tonight, we'll delve into some of the aspects of knowing, welcoming, or repelling beings from another place beyond our tiny part of the galaxy we call the solar system. Warning! We have no real expertise in this area. We can speculate on the possibilities.
And we've watched a lot of science fiction.
Yes, we have. Jeff, you're up. What do you have for us tonight?
Okay. Let's go up to the top so I can see the questions.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Okay. First off, I'm going to start off. It's not one of the questions there, but how likely are aliens to be out there? Well, the universe is big, so the chances are pretty darn good that they're out there somewhere.
And then there's the Drake equation. You know that,
yeah,
right?
The Drake equation.
I mean, even if you put teeny tiny little numbers in it, it still comes out pretty likely.
Yeah, pretty likely that there's some other intelligent life somewhere in the universe. In the galaxy, it gets a little bit less likely just because it's a small fraction of the whole universe. Nearby, don't know. One of the things is how likely is life itself. We can test this by going to Europa, because Europa has basically the same conditions that we had. It's got deep sea thermal vents, which is where we think that life originated here. If we find life in Europa, we'll know it's common. We'll know that it shows up anywhere it can.
Good point.
If we don't find life in Europa, it makes it a bit less common.
I think we see weird stuff all over this planet itself.
Right. But that's all branching off from, the original life.
That's true.
We've done episodes on like the cell structure and stuff like that, like mitochondria. It's what allows cells to burn oxygen to get, higher energy. Now, and it's what allows multicellular things that are more than just like a flat mat of cells. It's also probably what allowed life to survive the oxygenation. when
Which was a poison to this planet. This whole planet was
anything
something
that
else.
so
Was it methane?
methane breather, yeah.
Yeah.
Because even if life found a way to not be poisoned by the oxygen would eventually get high enough to burn off the methane, which would starve all of the methane breathing life.
Mm.
So life had to learn how to breathe oxygen.
But that's one thing that happens here everywhere.
Right.
Adaptation.
Right. So that is a possible filter. And there's a lot of filters. One, can life be created? Two, does life develop mitochondria or something similar that's an oxygen burner that allows them to become multicellular? That's another filter. Does life exist on a world that has air? I mean, land, surface, and air, because it's really hard to have science underwater. Think of smelting iron underwater. It's really hard to do it. Oh, go ahead.
Daniel, welcome. And he says the universe is alien speculation already.
Yep. Yeah.
I think so. I mean, the little teeny tiny black bug that exists in the ice caps. Like,
yeah.
What? Why? How?
It's all part of diversity. It found a niche.
Yeah, on this planet, if something goes away, like we've had mass extinctions over millennia, and then things just spread out, and it's a whole new.
Right.
Like, that's how the mammals came to power, because the dinosaurs.
So
they were very successful for millions and millions of years, and then they were gone. Yeah.
Each of these filters makes the possibility smaller, but the universe is big. So so even a really small number over that size, a small percentage is still can be a large number. The next filter is, will life develop intelligence?
This is a really good question. When you say life, do you mean only detectable in 3D?
I'd say that all we can really talk about is life that's detectable in 3D.
I think most of us know about life in 3D.
Right.
Some of us know about other things, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't really have any.
Well, I think that we don't have any basis to discuss it. I mean, you could have all kinds of speculations, but you're talking at that point. You're talking about how many angels can dance on a pinhead, because it's just all thought experiments, because we have no way of knowing yet. I mean, should we? And I'm assuming you mean 4th or 5th dimensional rather than 2D, which I don't think would work. But
it's life, Pam and Jeff, but not as we know it.
Yes. So I don't think that we can discuss that, except to say maybe.
Well, and there's been some interesting places that we've, science fiction has gone to explore that. I think even the Star Trek show in the transporter, and what's the other one with? Is it Jeffrey Combs? Really old, and he's in that. What was he doing? I forget. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, he sees things and they kind of jump at him, and he thinks they're getting him, and he actually brings one back into
beyond.
the 3D.
Okay. From beyond, yeah.
All right. On Europa, maybe we could detect frozen life from ice that was ejected from a crack, and then bring a sample back. Yep. That might be easier than drilling through that very thick ice.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Or even stuff that can likely only be produced by life. But if we can find single cells, it was Cliff.
I'm sorry, Cliff. You just jumped up. Just finished watching a fantastic documentary, Earth, all about extinctions, air, ice, and a lot more.
Right.
And all on a timeline.
Right.
Okay.
And each of those caused evolution. So that advanced the life that survived. So on another world, if an extinction event is actually extinction, then it ends. If you have a world that's so pleasant that there's no extinction events, what's the driver for life to evolve? The same thing with intelligence.
I think there's still drivers for evolving, whether you've got,
eventually but it's slower.
Trauma or not.
Right. It's slower. And intelligence. We did not develop intelligence because we're the best at surviving.
Mm.
Arguably, the shark is a much better, is much better evolutionary.
Certainly been
Like-
here longer.
Yeah, tardigrade. I mean, hey,
Yes.
they're the perfect evolutionary form. But we were weak, we were slow, and we didn't have a tough hide.
Or claws.
Yeah,
Or
we had
strong teeth.
to make things. So you have to have a pressure that causes something that's weak
Mm.
to become stronger. Now, in a world without predators, could cattle become intelligent eventually? Maybe, but only if there's a problem that they have to solve through with intelligence. So could you have, one of the big speculations is, could you have an intelligent herbivore?
Well, that was part of what helped us because
Mhm.
it was our gut. It was a big
Right.
deal from
Yeah.
moving from.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, extremophiles.
Benno.
And
Yeah.
Benno from Oz, 1975. Welcome. You've been time traveling, I see.
But extremophiles, but you can always find what they came from, on Earth at least. Now on other worlds, we don't know.
Oh, goody. AI says life couldn't come about naturally. Odds are too astronomical.
Yeah.
Well, I happen to be watching Quantum Leap, so the
Yeah.
new one.
Yeah.
Made me think of that.
Here's the thing, Daniel. If we assume that life is really, really hard to do, and we can get a little bit of an answer from that from Europa. If life is really, really hard to do, then in this whole big universe, it only had to happen once for us to be here. So the conditions only had to be right once.
That seems unlikely.
But it's unlikely, yeah. So I think that, and the AI can only know what it's been taught.
Hello, He-Man. Ahoy.
Yeah.
Welcome. And Cliff says all 4 episodes were very well explained, which is mostly bits of info on other shows.
10 to the
10
80.
to the 80 to 1.
Yeah.
Those are pretty slim odds.
Yeah, except that,
Again.
except that how many planets are there in this galaxy alone? So,
We keep finding them.
yeah. So my guess is that, even if it's hard, and remember the AI can only know what it's been programmed to know. So,
I think its limitations are all the knowledge that it
right.
can gather up and
Right.
process.
And they're pushing back when life first appeared on Earth farther and farther. So apparently it doesn't take too long for life. It didn't take very long for life to appear here.
Ah.
So
Okay. You
it
ready for
might be
some
more
comments?
common. Yeah.
All right. Sally says maybe the aliens are here or coming because they take pity on our intelligence. Hadn't thought of that. And I guess it's kind of like the missionaries.
Well,
going
then
to Africa and stuff.
then we get into why are they here? Why, if they are here, why?
Right.
Why? But
Do asteroids fart? That is a great question.
actually, if they're heated enough by the sun, they can give off gases.
And I'm sure we can tell because they kind of move or change directions.
Well, we just recently had a Zooniverse project called Active Asteroids that looked for that.
Is that what that was about?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't know if I'd call that farting, but
Yeah. So, in the questions that we asked here, why would they come to Earth?
I pity the fools.
Yeah.
So farting can be cool.
Yes. Just mildly
Yes,
above.
it is cool if it's supposed to warm.
Yeah. But why would aliens come to Earth? I think one of the stupidest reasons would be resources.
Right?
Because
They had to pass the asteroid belt to get here, for one thing.
right, yeah, the Oort cloud, the asteroid belt.
Unless they're after human meat specifically.
Right, yeah. Thanks, Cliff. Say it in your head.
What?
Say it in your head.
I don't know.
It's Roadrunner Latin.
Okay.
But so resources are kind of like the dumbest reason to attack. Well, okay, not the dumbest. I mean, Mars needs women. That was the dumbest. because the chances of them being biologically compatible, you know, even smaller astronomically than them even being there. So also, would they want to eat us? Could they eat us?
We might make them sick.
Right. Well, because all of the proteins that we have here are of a specific, type that is edible. In fact, we can make fake sugar that's indigestible just by tweaking it slightly, tweaking the molecule slightly. What if they grew up on fake sugar? Their world has fake sugar. Well, they
might be full, but they wouldn't be. They wouldn't be nutritious.
Our coffee houses would be in danger, but we wouldn't.
Aliens like to play Lego. They may have even engineered us.
Possibly. Possibly.
Interesting.
It'd have to be a long game because we show we have evidence of evolution. So there'd have to be a long game of either constant tweaks or, or they set up conditions to the point where they knew that X would happen, then Y would happen. That'd take a really lot of.
And it might depend on the type of alien. I mean, there's been science fiction shows that had aliens and books and stuff that had aliens that were so long lived, we would be like that in their existence.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, like blob assembly.
Well, and here's okay. That would be possibly unintelligent life that somehow got off a planet. Maybe an asteroid hit their planet, blew it off, and somehow survives the cold and the vacuum, hits our atmosphere, and the heat and possibly oxygen in our atmosphere wakes it up and it starts eating again, and would basically goo the entire planet until an asteroid hits it, blows it off.
Tardigrades can do that kind of thing.
Right, but they can't.
Dormant.
They can't goo the end. So that is a possibility. I don't think it's a likely one, but it's a possibility. Yeah, because the blob actually came from outer space.
It did. That's right. Yes, and then the missing link 200,000 years ago. Marker change in the DNA.
Yep.
This one too?
Yeah.
I heard some bad aliens eat moosh, which are intense human emotions. Oh,
yeah.
I think I know about that one.
Yeah.
We watched the same science fiction.
Yeah. So.
And there's this broad spectrum of it too. Some that's really stupid and some that's really like makes you think.
Right. And a change in a genetic marker. I mean, okay, yes, maybe someone came and tweaked us 200,000 years ago. Maybe. Or maybe
we absorb things like the mitochondria is definitely an absorption type of a merger and collaboration.
Yeah. Or maybe we find that the piece that fits in the missing link for the change in the DNA. Maybe we find a halfway state eventually. I mean, we've done that a lot so far. Oh, hey, Ellen.
Thanks for being here, Alan. Welcome.
So, again, eating humans, stealing our resources, not good way, not really good reasons. Using humans as slave labor. Okay, if they can get here, they obviously have machines that are, that would be more efficient than feeding humans to be slave labor. So I don't think it's likely.
Everyone is having fun with this. Please hit the like button. Thank you very much. Like that. Well, and to me, one of the best reasons for them to come is for culture. Like they've never heard music made by Earthlings before. Or they've never had food or art, or they've never tasted a raspberry before. I don't know.
Yeah. So then we get into a couple of reasons that I think are pretty valid reasons for them to come here.
Okay.
One is tourism, like you mentioned.
Tourism like
or research.
I mean, that's what we do travel for. We go places to see things and meet people and experience other cultures.
Yeah. Okay. What?
Ready?
No, yeah.
I got my last fact, if it is that, LOL, off the Coast to Coast Art Bell show. I don't know myself. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Art Bell, I don't know that one.
Yeah. He's talking about the DNA change, which may or may not be true. It'd have to.
Oh, now see, Alan actually does know something about this. He's been to some of these conferences. Ancient Alien is on right now talking about J. Allen Hynek. And I'd like to hear more about that, Alan, because you're probably the person here that I know of that has the most anything
right. Yeah.
about this.
So the tourist or researcher is, they could be silicon based.
They could be, oops. Let's not hit that button. It could, yeah, and that would be severely incompatible with us. But
Right. Yeah, exactly. So incompatible with us that would they recognize us as alive?
not necessarily.
Would they recognize the Earth as being someplace to even visit?
Yeah.
So that's, they might love Venus. Or if they don't like the acid atmosphere, maybe they like Mercury better because that's hot enough for them to survive.
Certainly on the sun side.
Yeah. They just have to move slowly.
We've seen some shows about that too. There's a Star Trek that had an alien life form that was silicon based, and it kept trying to
a couple actually
communicate with them. I'm thinking of the one.
Yeah, the Horde
in the sands. No, not the Horde of the Sands. The sands that had like they would see shapes in them and stuff.
Oh yeah,
it's not one of the original ones, but we didn't recognize it as anything that would tell us, hey, that's a life form out there. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, and the Tholians were silicon based, just so you know.
Yes. The Tholian web?
Yeah.
The Horde was silicon based?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So if aliens were smart, they would land on Halloween. On Halloween, then everyone would just compliment them on their costumes. Yes. Yeah. The Silicon Space Brothers are here to take AI back with them.
They can have it.
I don't know what the...
They can have it.
I have fun with my AI.
Yeah.
Well, what is the Silicon Space Brothers? I don't know what that is.
I think he's been smoking something. That's what.
Oh, Daniel?
Yeah.
Okay, so Alan Porter says, some astronomers say we will know more about if we are alone in the universe in the next 20 years. You really think so? 20 years?
Yeah.
Well, we may see some indicators on the exoplanets we know of now that are either biological or technological. Are there other ways to sort of detect alien life on other places, on other planets?
Basically, biological signatures in the atmosphere so far, or like radio waves and stuff like that. Now, here's another thing, is that we can be pretty sure that there are no technological aliens within as many light years as we've had radio telescopes, because we haven't detected anything yet. And we've had some signals that were possible, but then they've all had decent, but they weren't there the next time we looked. And, unless we were watching a nuclear war happen, why wouldn't it still be there?
Oh boy, here we go. Dad's science joke around silicon-based life forms. I walked past my front window the other day and it said, "Hey, stupid, I just ignored him." Okay. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. But,
thanks for sharing. And if you want to tell us what that means, please do.
Yeah. So, so basically they might be researchers, which is pretty likely. I mean, what would we do if we went to another world and
send robotic probes first?
Right. Well, assuming we could actually get there easily, we would study them. And so that might be, their go-to also.
So maybe you know about this too. Maybe 20 more years. But when I participated in SETI at home 20 years ago, they were saying 20 years back then. So we should know now.
Yeah.
So SETI 20 years. Wow.
Yeah. I remember.
And you've heard you remember that? Okay.
Yeah.
And Alan goes, do you really believe that we are the only creatures that can create in this vast universe, even the galaxy? It would be arrogant for us to think otherwise. Yeah. I agree with you.
Yeah. And I think you came in a little bit late, because my whole premise is that there's got to be, because the universe is big, even if it's a really small chance.
Odds are good, I would say. Window is silicon.
Yep.
Yes. Some religious folk would say we've never been alone. The universe is full of divine angels and fallen demons. Okay.
Yeah, but are they? That this would go on to what? Where was that previous comment? Sally. I think it was Sally. Was it Sally who talked
Probably.
about bigger than three-dimensional?
Yes.
Um,
Hey, someone got it. Oh, good. Who got it?
Yeah.
Was it Daniel?
but
Or is it Cliff?
oh, Cliff.
Window
It was
is
Cliff.
Window is
Yeah.
Because
But
what did he say that?
well, I got that
Yes,
part.
yes.
I just didn't.
Okay.
Yeah. But
All right, now I get it.
you know,
Good job, Cliff.
yeah, Daniel. That gets into whether there's life forms that are operate in more than three dimensions. Theoretically, angels and demons would be operating in more than three dimensions, which we cannot. Science doesn't tell us anything about that yet.
Not that we know of. I mean, of course, and bear in mind, we don't really have any specific knowledge in this area, and really,
Right.
by definition, in most areas, we just don't know. There's a lot of stuff we don't know, and as we get older, it seems like how's the song go? The more I learn, the less I seem to know.
Right. Yeah, and Alan,
This one.
Religious perspectives. I can only speculate based on science, because that's something that we can test. I guess if it's a belief and you have to test it, you don't believe it. So that's kind of not where I operate. One of the two likely likely scenarios is, as Pam said, researchers or tourists. The other likely scenario
Come for the grub.
is
Chicago's a great place.
is that they're coming to help us, which is almost the worst case scenario.
We're from the government. We're here to help.
Yeah,
we're aliens, and we're here to help.
When has any advanced culture on Earth that went to help a less advanced culture been beneficial to the less advanced culture? So even if they have the best intentions, I don't think it's a good time.
I think the one that came close was the day the Earth stood still. That was pretty good. First, he came and solved the problem on the blackboard, and then the creature had a thing to give them that would cure diseases and everything.
No, it was a translator.
Oh, it was a translator.
Let them talk to each other.
All right. So part 2, my cell phone. Retort to the window. Leave my user alone.
Yeah.
Then it died. Don't go to Texas. What's wrong with Texas, Cliff?
So,
I bet they got great food there too.
Yeah. So
it depends on whether you can tolerate the heat and the humidity.
And there's a lot of examples in science fiction of aliens coming to help us. Even Babylon 5, the Vorlons and the Shadows.
Yes.
In fact, they weren't just here to help us. They were
ideologically opposed.
Right.
Even
they were here to get us to agree with them, so that we would disagree with their opponent. I mean, there you go. One of the worst case scenarios. Right there. Yeah.
In Texas?
Yeah.
Okay.
So why would they be here? There are a few I consider valid reasons. But the research, and they've got, they want to help us. I'd really rather they didn't. If you're out there and you can hear this.
Did Cliff get it right again?
Yeah. But
I suspect so.
So how would they find us? Well, we've been transmitting for a long time. Would they be able to read, actually know what we're saying? No, because I think we talked about this earlier, that since the Earth is rotating really, one rotation in 24 hours. By the time you're a few light years out there, any transmission is going to be a blip in a way.
It's like the sprinkler head that goes like this.
Yeah, except faster. Yeah.
Even if it's slower, it doesn't matter. I mean,
Right. Yeah. When you get, a couple dozen light years out, any signal that we're producing is gone and past. Yeah. So they're continuously receiving signals from different points. So it will appear as if it's static, but it will be static that doesn't have a natural source. It's the kind of static that we've been looking for. We're not looking for an alien's version of I Love Lucy. We're looking for they're producing in various bands, and it's just, toot.
Okay, I got some comments.
Yeah.
Alan Michiokaku is a theoretical physics, agrees with you. And I'm sorry, we didn't catch it quite soon enough. Tell us what that agrees with what.
Yeah.
And then Benno Project, also wormholes and black holes may increase bandwidth and speed.
Yep.
Okay.
And
yes.
Oh, go ahead. Let's see.
The scientific evidence shows life couldn't form on its own without some kind of intervention from a greater creator. Well,
I don't know about that, Daniel, because
I don't know about that. Yes.
we've created precursors for life in the laboratory, given the theoretical conditions of the early Earth.
Some ideas have been like, even if you have like the goo, the soup of the stuff of life, if a lightning strike hits it. Now, is that divine intervention? I don't know.
And is it likely that a lightning strike will do it? No. But if you have enough lightning strikes, that's the thing, is that now, if there was a greater creator, okay, but unless they've written something on the far side of the moon that we just haven't read, we'll never really know.
I completely agree with you, Benno, and thank you so much, all of you, for being part of this.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing: it's really
terrific.
hard to tell anyone that they're wrong in this because,
Well, I wouldn't want to.
We don't know.
Yeah, I just don't know enough.
Yeah.
At all.
None of us know enough to tell anyone that they're wrong.
No.
I mean, that's the main thing.
I think this is someone new. Growth 360 simplified with reference to Daniel's comment earlier. Can you explain again why idea of divine angels and fallen demons is less plausible?
I didn't say less plausible. I said that we can't know because
it's hard to prove something like that with sciences.
Right. Yeah, we can't detect them unless they somehow make themselves detectable. That would be the thing that. So
some people may be able to. I mean,
yeah.
People have seen things. Joan of Arc is certainly one of the most historically significant people who've had visions.
Right, but unless you can show other people, that's the science. Is it repeatable? Even if they see it, they believe it. They might be able to convince other people, but they can't prove it. And unless we can get some kind of real evidence for it, it's hard to basically say it's so.
Certainly now. I mean, at some point in time,
right,
that could change.
And
Cliff is asking Benno if you are in Oz too. Well, it seems likely.
Yeah.
Although probably in 1975. Captain State movie about aliens, whatnot. Beginning had dates 2019, 2027. One last one was 1/18, 2027. Oh, I don't know about this.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this too. Near-death experiences can bring new perspectives too. I definitely have personal experience with that in my family. My grandma died, and she said that Harold came and talked to her, and he had died like 3 days before. And so grandma was mom's mom, and grandpa was dad's dad. So apparently that close to death, she said she saw him, and she talked to him.
Yeah.
And he had just died.
And just so you know, I believe that demons and angels exist.
You do?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
But I also believe that I don't have the tools to actually detect them.
Well, and there's what Sally says too. We're only as smart as our current instruments and can only see or hear as much as they can detect. So it's our instruments / science that is limiting the imagination about what aliens are like. Absolutely.
Right. Yeah. And like Yeah, could there be like gas clouds in space that have developed intelligence? There's been some science fiction about that. I doubt it. Could we detect it? Not likely. I mean,
And do they want us to?
right. And here's the
I
thing.
don't know.
What happens if an intelligent species operates so slowly that, their thought processes take geological time? Would we even know that they're alive, let alone intelligent? No. Would they even know that we were alive? We probably we could probably have centuries of contact with them and they wouldn't even notice it yet. So
sped up would be like an insect. Remember the Star Trek? They're like, but it was the people talking.
yeah.
I got a couple comments.
Yeah.
Go fast. My Nana saved my life 2 years after she passed. True story.
Yeah.
That sounds fascinating, and I would love to hear that. Alan says, nebulas?
Yep.
We got to keep up better because we're missing the plot here.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the entire universe is a giant mind experiencing some kind of consciousness that is far beyond what we experience.
Quite possible.
I love that thinking, Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, it was, Wonders at Wandering Eye. It's a wonderful poem. His name is escaping me. Famous, brilliant physicist. We did a show on him, a profile. Oh. Hello. Welcome, Bad Monkey. No banana. And if you got more comments, let us know. Oh, gosh. Hold on. Is that correct? That is of now. To date, we have no repeatable evidence about existence of aliens. Good question. I don't know.
I mean, if you're a conspiracy theorist, yes, we do. And we're not telling anyone. However, here's the thing that gets me. If NASA actually had evidence of aliens, what would their budget be if they let people know?
Oh.
So why wouldn't they?
A lot more, I think.
That's just
Well,
it. Why wouldn't they?
Here's the other thing is like any two people can any one person can keep a secret, but two people, no way. All right, so let's see. Where am I? I'm trying to.
Benno.
Here?
Yeah.
Daniel, I agree. I missed that one too. Took the words right out of my mouth. Okay. Let's see. And then seen a video of blurry UFO, been on mainstream media, and on the side of video, it said slave.
Huh.
Okay. Alan Porter says $1 billion.
Yeah.
Black budgets are unaccounted for. Ah.
Yeah.
Can they keep a secret, really? I think it's pretty hard for humans to keep secrets.
Yeah. Look at how spastic governments are. What if the only way they could keep that secret is as if only one person knew about it and they committed suicide? I mean, we
really are bad at it. We like to gossip too much. Most people do.
I just don't have that much faith in governments.
In today's world, no.
Yeah. So,
they certainly can't keep it a secret forever.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, okay. They have in plain sight for decades.
Yeah. And here's the thing. If the aliens are smart enough to get here, they're smart enough to not be detected unless they want to be.
Hells yeah.
I mean, so how could they get here? Some kind of FTL that we don't know about.
Well, then there's the Tesseract thing and
right.
The best explanation. Well, go ahead, you finish and then
right.
I'll talk about Tesseract.
Yeah. So either they can move fast in light in some way that we might speculate about at this point, but have no ability to make, and not nearly the amount of energy that it would take to run one of those suckers if we could make it, at least the ones that we know about, that we speculated about, or some kind of way to fold space. Again, it's just a different way of going faster than light, but that's another possibility. The other way is slow boat. And that would be, they mentioned, Cliff mentioned the blob, or you have the pod people, where spores travel through space, hit the earth and start doing something.
Oh gosh, a bunch of them do that.
Yeah. So, that's another possible way. Could intelligent life go, well, there was Rendezvous with Rama by Arthur C. Clarke, where they weren't even coming to Earth. They were just using the sun to course correct to someplace else. And we happened to see it and broke in and kind of, messed up their backyard. Vandalized things a little bit. Yeah.
There's 3 books in that series.
No.
Yeah,
Rendezvous with Rama?
Yeah. All right, let me get some comments because we're getting behind here. You are labeled conspiracy theorist, loony, etc. 2025 cancel someone. So many ways in intelligence to discredit somebody. Yes. Ah, yeah. Oh, I didn't know this. Loki has one of those.
Oh, from the Marvel
Ah.
movies.
Blob came via meteor. Yes, right.
Yep.
From the movie. Slingshots using gravity. That's way cool. Yes, we've done that.
Yeah.
So Tesseract. Now, the best explanation I've ever read of it. Well, let's see. Is this actually the Tesseract, or is this the? Anyway, it's from Madeline L'Engle is the author. Do you remember the title?
Wrinkle in Time.
Wrinkle in Time. Yes, one of my very favorites. It's really a kid's book, but it's a good story. You enjoy it, and you learn a lot of good stuff. In fact, the way she explained it, she took the hem of her skirt, and she says, if the ant traveled along here, what's the shortest distance between this point and this point? And I said, well, along this thing. Well, no, not exactly. If you took the 2 points together, then the ant could just go from one to the other almost instantaneously.
Right.
It would appear instantaneously.
Right, yeah.
But, in fact, it wasn't.
Yeah.
That's the wrinkle.
Yeah.
Wrinkle in Space you were talking about,
Wrinkle
right?
in Time.
Wrinkle in Space you had mentioned before.
Right. Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, it's a
really
different way of going faster than light.
And Janie says, I wish aliens could influence spammers and hackers to convert to good works since the government is failing slowly.
Yeah.
MCU.
That's the Marvel movies.
Oh, I see.
Is talking about the Tesseract and Loki.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember that, or I didn't see that one, or something. Anyway.
So aside from the slow boat method, any other way that aliens could get here would put them so far above us. Oh, go ahead. Yeah, would put them so far above us that what are the chances that we'd even know that they're here if they didn't want to be known? I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, cloaking technology could be,
because
they could be here and we wouldn't even know because we can't see them. We can't detect them.
Right. Because they would have so much energy to play with, unless there's some bit of physics that we just have missed somehow. Jesus
is my favorite transhumanist.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, Jesus is a lot of things, isn't he? Well, that's a different discussion.
Yeah. But so, how would they get here again? And now, if they used our radio waves, if they didn't just find us accidentally, which is what the slow boat would be, because there's no way anyone launched from anywhere and was able to get here in time via the slow boat method just from our radio waves. So that would have had to be accidental. Bubba one, let's see.
Bubba one. Oh, I thought it was Scott. Ronald, and welcome. Ronald Reagan, the actor's speech, something about outside universal threat, bring all nations together. I think that would do it.
Yeah.
I think that would do it.
Yeah, the one benefit of meeting aliens is that,
suddenly we don't have that many differences anymore.
Right. Unless we were all fighting each other to benefit from whatever the aliens knew, we'd probably all be fighting the aliens, assuming they came with bad intentions. My thought on it is, why would they bother with bad intentions? Quite frankly, if they could get here and they wanted us gone, there's a bunch of rocks in the asteroid belt. If they want us gone, we're gone. If they can get here.
Just lob them at us.
So it's not really worth speculating about because there's nothing we could do about it.
Unless they want the buildings, I mean.
For what?
I know, right?
That's just it. Now, are they archaeologists that'll wipe out a native town so that they can claim the artifacts from it?
Interesting
I mean,
thought. Has anybody seen the series The 3-Body Problem? Haven't yet. It's definitely on my list to watch.
Yeah. So.
Oh, you know what? I skipped one, didn't I?
Yeah.
Sorry. It's going fast. We keep having how did they get here in our present reality? Maybe they already came billions of years ago. No time problem anymore.
Right. Well, and here was something that I think
Yes?
it was Sagan who said,
You wanna
hold
go
your
first?
arms out to both sides, and assuming life began at the tip of one finger. If you go to the tip of your far finger, the gray part of your fingernail is how long humans have been here.
Makes me feel small.
So what are the chances that if aliens did come, we weren't here? So there's a whole lot of time that aliens could have stumbled across Earth and said nothing to see here. I mean, we've been transmitting, radio waves for 150 years ish, maybe 100 years, 150 years, depending on what you consider
Plus or
more
minus.
than, yeah. Well, if you consider like an occasional, test, which wouldn't have been detectable very far away. Okay, let's see.
That show, I presume you're talking about the 3-body problem. That show would give you some idea how aliens would get here and how society would react to them coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of that.
Yeah, we see a lot of shows about how society would react. And they all make
Sometimes
certain...
the aliens actually comment on like, yeah, we've seen your TV shows.
Yeah. Yeah.
We know how you'd react.
Yeah. I mean, and quite frankly, the reactions are as diverse as the writers of the shows. I mean, in some parts of the US, it'd be hold my beer, get my gun,
Maybe they hibernated until something cool to see.
Yeah.
Chaos.
Yep. Yeah. Alan, my best bet is that there'd be so many different reactions that, yeah. So if they have good intentions, they haven't shown themselves.
That we know of.
Yeah.
There's lots of stuff out there, but it's like,
right.
Is it for real? Okay, so Stephen Soch. And welcome. It looks like you're here for the first time. Maybe radio waves like smoke signals for aliens, and they are so advanced that they even don't know how to use radio waves.
Right.
Ah, interesting.
And that's a possibility. But also, the bubble of our radio signals is, even compared to the galaxy, really small.
Very small.
I think Daniel said something about 160,000 stars in our radio bubble. How many of them would have...
Like last week or something,
Yeah.
Right?
How many of them would have intelligent... In fact, that's what prompted doing the show. How many of them would have intelligent life that could detect the signal that we sent out?
Yeah, as it gets farther and farther, it gets weaker and weaker.
Right. And not only that, but 150 years out, assuming they just detect us then, how do they get here if they don't already have FTL travel? I mean, they won't get here for, another 300 or so years. So
whatever it is for them.
Yeah. So I just see it as unlikely that they've detected us unless FTL is so prevalent that they're zooming through the bubble as they're getting from one place to another.
Unless they got a Stargate.
Yeah.
If aliens found us, time dilation to reach us, we would probably be gone. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, we've seen stars in other places and it's going nova, but of course, depending on how far away it is, that's also how long ago it was.
Right, yeah. But also, the time dilation, it depends on their method of FTL. There may or may not be time dilation with their method of FTL.
So let's see, we've got dimensional beings. Does distance and time apply still? Not necessarily if they're right here, but they're in a different dimension. Maybe they just have to walk through a door. Right. Okay, Stephen, FTL is faster than light.
Yeah, which is theoretically impossible, but we have theories that say that it might be possible. So, but we don't.
Well, there's some experiments that stuff has gone through faster than light.
Right. Well, okay.
Is it repeatable though?
No, and turns out that they didn't actually travel faster than light. It only appears to. It's there's appearance of faster than light.
Okay.
But it's not actually faster than light.
All right.
Or if you have a tube of Heisenberg, of excited matter, the high quantum state matter, it can go from one end of the tube to the other almost instantly. So it does go faster than light through that tube. To use that as a method of travel, you'd have to make that tube all the way from where you are to where you want to be. Unlikely.
All right, we got a bunch of them. They're coming fast. All right, Sally, if you assume, as modern science does, that all dimensions of consciousness exist simultaneously, then it seems like being able to answer your alien questions accurately would require an upgrade.
Yep. Yeah. I don't think that we are capable of answering it right now.
She ran out of characters, I think. Upgrading consciousness beyond 3D. Right.
Yeah. Okay. And that's why I say that maybe, but we're incapable of knowing. Or at least we're incapable of proving it. There may be some people who can, but they're incapable of proving it to other people. So
there's a formula called the Drake equation.
Yep.
Frank Drake in 1961 created it. Yeah, and now that I think about it, that might be a good episode.
Yeah.
It might not be very long because the Drake equation is sort of just this one big long string of things. And once we go through it, there's not much else to do with it. But
the things that we can detect, we can put numbers on. The rest of them are all speculation.
Yeah.
And then there's a corollary to the Drake equation of, so where are they? Why haven't we detected them? And the reason could just be that they're so far away that we haven't detected them. Let's say they still use radio waves and they're, say 200 light years away. Well, we haven't detected their radio waves. They started, we might not have detected their radio waves yet.
Could be the same problem too if they're on a rotating body.
Well, we would still detect that there was something there. That's the thing.
Okay.
That's what we're looking for.
Okay.
We would still detect
but again,
that
it's
something's
that
there.
bubble of expansion, and of course the signal gets weaker the farther it goes.
Right. And if we detected radio waves from something really far away, they're probably gone. Let's say it's it's a million light years away, and we detected them somehow. Okay.
Oh, the people are gone. The beings who. Okay.
Yeah.
I better get to some of these because we got a lot. Baba says, "What if aliens are possibly already here, and what if they need Earth, but not us, or at least not all of us?" Yeah. The thought there is that, well, why the heck didn't they gather resources on the way? Because there's a heck of a lot of stuff in between here and pretty much anywhere, including the asteroid belt, which is like kind of local, but there's other stuff, other places.
Yeah, I just don't think that that there are so many easier ways of getting stuff. Now, could they need biological matter? Maybe. I mean, could they digest Earth's biological matter? Maybe.
We don't know.
If their proteins are just right, then we might be valuable to them because we'd be the unicorn.
Yeah, time to reach us would be huge, except for wormholes.
Yep.
And I think that's what the Stargate is, really, right?
It's a wormhole.
It's a type of wormhole.
Yeah.
All right, so occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. And yet I ask you, is not an alien force already among us?
Yeah.
Reagan.
Well, here's the thing. We would unite feudally. Any race that has FTL travel, we're toast. I mean, they could accelerate an asteroid.
They wanted us to be toast. I don't know.
Yeah. If they had bad intentions, we're toast. So I don't see any scenario where we wouldn't be toast if they had bad intentions. I mean, Hollywood has all kinds of things where we upload a human virus onto an alien operating system that isn't compatible. I mean, at the time that that movie was written, Independence Day, Max wouldn't talk with anything but Max. How would they talk to an alien computer? So, I mean, okay, go ahead.
Maybe we are looking in the wrong places.
Yeah.
It's absolutely possible.
Yeah.
Sally goes, the bug crawling on the airport floor describes reality as the bottom of a boot keeps attacking me. The reality of the boot, I take it, the bug in the window describes reality as giants flying through the sky.
Yep.
Daniel, what's this? September 21st, 1987 at the UN? I don't know that date.
Oh, that's probably when Reagan gave that.
Ah, very good. Thank you. Maybe they have created a warp drive.
Yeah. And if they have, their technology is so far past us that we better hope that they're just here to look around. I mean,
benevolent.
there is another possibility. They're here to screw with us.
That'd be your kind of people.
Yeah, but it would explain crop circles.
It's true.
Why would an alien device, make a crop circle unless it was just specifically to screw with us? Yeah.
Yes, it would be nice if humanity found a peace with itself, aliens aside.
Yep.
I like it. Can you elaborate on the scenarios where we can achieve FTL? I thought it was the limit based on the special theory of relativity.
Yeah. And there are theoretical ways of going faster than light. And it involves either stretching space, compressing space in front and stretching it behind us. You end up surfing where you're not actually going faster than light, but space is compressing and contracting. Takes essentially, yeah.
Like a universe worth of?
No.
Not quite,
well,
okay.
They theorized that if you converted all of the matter of Jupiter into energy using MC squared, that would be enough to run the one that we've got.
Okay. Cliff says Jupiter Rising movie was about humans. We're going to be harvested to keep them young for thousands of years.
Right. But you see, the Jupiter Rising assumes that the aliens are enough like humans. Well, actually, in Jupiter Rising, they seeded the Earth to be harvested later.
Which would make sense that they could actually.
So then we'd be
later,
compatible.
Yeah. Jupiter Rising, have I seen that?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Crop circles, I don't get. And you know what's interesting? I've seen some of those, and I'm like, oh, that's like whatever. It's actually recognizable.
Right.
So it definitely could be.
Yeah. Look up crop circles. I mean, I think they came from.
Well, I'm sure he knows what it is, but I don't get those.
Yeah.
Like, how did that happen? And where do they come from? And
well, I mean,
the original crop circles.
Yeah. The original crop circles were likely created by like what would be dust devils if it was dustier territory, where you just get a vortex of air and it lays down the stuff. And then I think most of the modern ones, unless it's aliens messing with us, is farmers trying to get attention.
I saw a video on YouTube stating that humans will try to terraform Venus in 1,000 years. Why?
Because Venus.
Because it's there.
Yeah, because Venus has, is basically the same size as Earth. It could be another Earth if we manage to terraform it. Do we have the tech to do that? No.
I don't think we'll do that.
Could we terraform Mars easier? Yes, except that Mars is so light that any atmosphere that we build on it will go away eventually.
Unless we figure out how to keep it there.
Venus is heavy enough that should we basically blow off 90% of its atmosphere, it'd keep the remaining atmosphere.
I think we're going to live in the clouds on Venus.
Yeah.
Okay, so Alan, that's great. You must have excellent bug spray for your crops.
Yeah.
Janie says, crop circles created by bored farmers being creative.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But apparently there's some weird things about it. Like all the stalks are like fine. They're just sort of bent.
Yeah, but that's easy enough to do.
Oh, Mars had no magnetic field.
Yeah, that's why it lost its atmosphere.
Yeah. Well, because the core is cold now, right? Basically in Mars.
Right. Yeah, and it wasn't heavy. It's not big enough to retain its heat. I mean,
could you actually like zap the core and get it?
Okay. By the time you did that, you could build your own planet. Okay.
Okay, got it. Which would probably be more practical.
Yeah.
Then you can build it to spec. Well,
basically, you'd have to thump it with enough asteroids to increase its mass.
Does Venus have a magnetic field? I'm not sure I know. We'd have to look it up.
Yeah, I'd have to look it up.
Someone in the audience could look it up while we're doing this, because we're busy being live on their show.
Yeah. I don't know. I was going to say, I think I heard that it does, but.
Well, there's lots of activity. I mean, even like volcanic, right?
Right, yeah.
So it's conceivable that there's inside the core
Well,
molten.
the core is molten. We know
Now,
that.
is it metal? Isn't
Yeah.
that what it takes to have a
Right, yeah.
magnetic field? My goodness. I'm so glad you're here and asking questions. Will we ever understand gravity? Not just that it appears to be a force. I think we will, because we have definitely, one at a time, we've kind of figured out some other things too. It just seems like it will happen.
Right.
Supposedly, President Dwight Eisenhower made some deals with aliens in exchange for technology.
Okay, here's what
No.
here's what
Is that a response?
Bubba, here's what I don't like about that sort of speculation and all of the ancient alien stuff.
Well, Eisenhower was like,
Right. It assumes that we couldn't create this ourselves. I mean, it assumes that we're too stupid to do this. Now we figured out how they could have built the pyramids in Egypt. And I happen to know enough about the tech that I've seen the transition points from one thing to another that led to the tech that we currently have. So I don't think so, unless they were giving hints all the way along. But again, I think that that's a very, hateful of humans to assume that we're not smart enough to do it ourselves. And I think that, the most likely conclusion is that we did do it ourselves. Because like I said, we can figure out, given the tech that they had, we could make Stonehenge. Given the tech that they had, we could make the pyramids.
Yeah, there was just something we saw briefly about moving the heads on
Easter Island,
right?
yeah. Yeah.
So,
And so
I think people are smart enough to figure that out.
yeah. And so
If they forget that the earth is flat
right.
for a
and
minute.
and remember this.
They're out there. I met one.
Some tech of the ancient times was lost and we had to rediscover it.
Yep. Like aluminum. How to extract aluminum from
Yeah.
clay, basically.
That was lost on purpose.
Yes, they killed the people that discovered that.
Yeah. But also
to keep the aluminum they had precious and rare.
Our dark ages wiped out a lot of our knowledge. We had to get it back from the Arabs who had
lost it.
who had collected it from the ancient Greeks. And we got it back.
Yeah, dark ages weren't the whole world.
Right. Yeah, it was just us.
All right, so I got a bunch of these. I know crop circles appeared in US and Europe. Are there any such activity in Asia, Africa, and Australia? That is a really good question. Hey, Cliff, are there any crop circles in Australia? Ellen says, I saw that on Ancient Aliens. Yeah. Oh, shoot, we've lost the track here.
Bubba's one, maybe, of the Dwight D. Eisenhower thing.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Okay. Tell us, Alan. Venus has no measurable magnetic field, most likely because the planet rotates extremely slowly. Yeah, doesn't it take pretty much an orbit?
Yeah.
To rotate as well.
Yeah, its day is pretty long.
Well, lots of things in the solar system are basically what they call tidally locked. They
right.
rotate at the same speed so like we see the same face of the moon pretty much basically all the time.
And we used to think that Mercury was tidally locked.
It is.
But it's not quite. It actually does rotate relative to the sun.
Well, there's probably some wobbling.
So very slowly. No, it's just very slow.
Oh, I see.
So it's almost tidally locked. It isn't there yet, but it's getting there.
Thank you, Benno. Our audience is much smarter. There's more brains out there. Okay, who opened the cupboard door? Let the nuts fall out. What? I must have missed something. I think Janie's next, right?
Yeah.
Venus. No, Venus has a weak induced magnetosphere created by the interaction of the solar wind, I think, and its ionosphere per Google search. Fabulous.
So here's the thing.
Okay, interesting.
If we had a human breathable atmosphere on Venus, it would get blown off by the solar wind unless we had some way of renewing it.
Okay. And Cliff says no. I don't know what to. 21 on Venus for ages. LOL. Humans are smart enough to do stuff without needing aliens, but that's because aliens fiddled with our DNA to make us smart.
Maybe can't tell. I mean.
I think Venus's heavy atmosphere causes it to rotate slowly. I hadn't thought of that.
Maybe my thought there is that the atmosphere as heavy as it is, as thick as it is, as dense as it is, isn't as dense as rock. So I don't think so.
Crop circles. Oh, no to crop circles in Australia.
Okay.
Thank you, Cliff. I appreciate that. So interesting. Are there farmers in
Yes.
Australia?
Well, they're sheep.
There's certainly sheep. We know about that. All right. So, yeah, I mean, if you think about, and we've seen pictures of the Earth from orbit of, space station shuttle when it was flying, and the atmosphere is so very thin. Now, is the atmosphere around Venus thicker? Probably, but compared to the whole planet,
Yeah, it's still just a thin layer.
Yeah,
It's just a very dense thin layer. Yeah.
I mean, they describe if you take is it a baseball or softball and wrap a piece of paper around it, that's thicker than our atmosphere compared to our Earth. So it's very small.
Yeah.
It's very thin. Cliff, no, likey cross circles. I don't know about Asia or any other places either. So that's a really good question. And if it's only here and Europe, why?
Well, either the aliens are white folk
Jeez.
or they.
What?
Well,
What's that got to do with it?
Well, they can blend in with the Europeans and.
Ah, that way, I see. Oz has sheep circles, but no one notices or cares. Oh boy. Haha, yes. Oh, you people are in good shape
Okay,
tonight.
that makes a New Zealand movie, Black Sheep.
Jeez, no.
If anyone actually knows what I'm talking about, I'm sorry for you.
Yes, we know what that is. All right, I say that because the atmosphere does weigh down on the planet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it
And
does.
I can see that. I just don't know if it's enough.
Yeah, like
to slow down the rotation of it to such an extent. Now,
here's a thought, Alan. It may not be the atmosphere. It may be the lack of a significant moon. Because our moon might be basically counteracting a lot of the sun's influence, trying to tidally lock the Earth, or making it happen much slower. I don't know. That's speculation.
Yeah, that's a really good question.
I know that there are people who actually know that answer out there, but I don't know that answer. But
yeah, because if you think about it, the whole solar system is basically, the current idea is that it's basically formed at kind of this
the same time, essentially.
This whole dust cloud that condenses and then, creates a sun, which spreads everything out.
Right.
But see, all the things are kind of the same unless we capture something like. Which one goes opposite it goes above and below the plane of the ecliptic? Is it Uranus or one of the planets may have been captured. So all of them, if they're all sort of the same make, same
Right.
stuff.
Right, because the dust cloud starts rotating as it condenses, kind of like an ice skater when they pull their arms in. And some parts rotate slightly differently than others, and they get their own rotations, and those become planets.
Yeah, it's basically the dust kind of clumps up in certain areas. In fact, the Earth got probably bombarded by something about the size of Mars, and that's how we have this whole different system of two bodies that rotate the moon around the Earth. Basically,
yeah, you could almost call Earth and the moon a double planet. I mean, ish. The moon's still significantly smaller than the Earth, but it's significantly bigger than most moons out there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, so Janie says there are crop circles in Africa, specifically in Egypt, formed through center pivot irrigation systems.
Well, okay, that's not what we're talking about, Janie. Those are easily explained. We have those in the Midwest because they do the same thing.
Siri says Venus has no moons.
Yeah, you're correct. It does not.
Scientists theorize it could be the result of a large impact, tidal interactions with the sun, or the effects of its thick atmosphere.
Yeah.
Why Venus rotates more slowly? Is that what I take it? That's what Cliff is referring to.
Yeah. So, or like Cliff, probably likely all three. I mean, why pick one? Because
if there was a large impact, why doesn't it have a moon?
Well,
Because we had a big impact.
because I think we just got lucky enough to have a moon that it didn't all just fall back down or all escape.
Ah,
You know?
maybe just hit at the right angle.
Yeah. Well, that's what they speculate is that just
Okay.
because they had to futz their models, their computer models, to get just the right mass and angle and speed to create a moon. It took a very specific condition to do it.
Okay.
So don't expect many exoplanets out there to have a moon like ours.
And actually, the moon's pretty significant in a lot of ways for us. It's.
Yeah.
I don't know that life would be here without it. Basically.
Or complex life.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, and that's another thing. If that is also another filter,
Yes.
you know, we don't know enough about that one. So I don't usually include that in my filters, but yeah, it's something that I think about, but I don't have enough knowledge to, I don't know anyone who has enough knowledge to know whether that would happen. Oh, okay.
I agree, Janie. Great engagement. So thank you to everybody here. We really appreciate that. Yes, it's been a great episode for that and much more. Totally unique. Our moon and its details with Earth.
Yeah.
Earth.
Yeah.
Here we go. Alan says, an ancient alien, some theorize aliens brought the moon here to watch over us.
I would call that religion, not science. For one thing, the crust of the moon is very, very similar to the crust of the Earth compared to, say, the crust of Mars or something.
Yeah, the moon rocks they've brought back, there's lots that both have in common.
Yeah.
Daniel says, it takes a heck of a lot of faith to think things are the way they are because of random chance. Yeah, and it's...
Yeah.
I don't know.
I disagree, Daniel, only because it only had to happen once. Okay, going back to creation of the universe. With quantum mechanics, particles are being created and vanishing at random all the time, but they're so small. And theoretically, bigger particles could do that, just gets less and less likely. So a particle the size of the universe could have just piffed into creation and made our universe. The chance is astronomically small, but it only had to happen once. Is that a likely scenario? Yeah, I don't think so, but it's a possibility.
Oops, missed one. Cliff, what gouged out the Earth to form the moon and Venus rotates backwards? These and more questions.
Yeah.
Alan says, I was thinking more of benevolence.
Yeah.
What car is that, Cliff?
Yeah.
Let's talk about the picture.
Yeah, well, the moon would, does make the Earth more stable, and it is necessary for
worlds collide.
Yeah. I love that movie. It's so stupid in so many ways, but I love that movie. The main thing is when they're against the wall and they're making the spaceship, my favorite line in the entire movie is waste anything but time.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't fit, throw it out, get a new one. Don't screw with it. Just get it done. The fact that they fired rockets out the back of the ship to slow down makes me twitch.
Yes, Daniel.
Yeah.
Oh, Cliff has that movie.
Yeah. So do we.
Saying?
Yeah. So do we. I've worn the sprockets off of it. So let's see.
Did you answer all those questions?
Oh, let's see. How would they get there? What would they want? How would they find us? Yeah, I think we've covered all the questions.
Okay.
The
ones we asked anyway.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's more.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of all this. I mean, as soon as we find anything, it generates more questions. Yeah, I totally agree, Dawn. This has been a fabulous discussion.
Yeah. So
thank you so much, everybody.
If anyone else has ideas, now there are still a couple of ideas that we've had for episodes that we're going to slot in as we do this, because we like your ideas. And this one wasn't like someone actually said, hey, can you do an episode about aliens? But it's come up in a couple past episodes. So
Yeah.
we thought, hey, our viewers want to know. So, or want to at least talk about it, because it's not like we told you anything that is fact, that is absolute, because it's all speculation.
Yeah, we have no specific knowledge in this area.
Yeah, I can tell you what I think
you,
is
Benno.
more or less likely. That's all.
Yeah. So any conclusions, any thoughts, any okay. Thumbs up, yes.
Yeah. Okay, my conclusion is I doubt that they're here.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Um,
I've seen some weird stuff out there. I was like, it really makes you think.
right.
Like,
but I think,
whoa, is that for real? Did somebody set that up? Is that
right.
I don't know.
I think that it's unlikely that they're here. If they are, they're smart enough to not be noticed.
Where are they hiding?
No, well, if they are, they're smart enough to not be noticed. That's the, but.
Oh, well, thank you. I like it too. And you know what? We could certainly do more of that.
Yeah. So if
tell us what you want to talk about.
Some of our best episodes are suggestions by our viewers. So either tell us here, tell us in comments to the video on YouTube or Facebook, if we made it to Facebook. I think we did.
Hey, we did, I think. It's been iffy lately.
Yeah. Facebook's been twitchy.
Yeah, I don't know.
But, put questions in the comments. We will look at those. And we always need ideas for episodes. We've got 4 or 5 ideas for episodes, but none of them are like they have to happen, on a specific date.
Different dimensions. I think we should do that. Again, don't really know much about it.
Yeah. Okay.
However,
yeah, Benno,
we can check into
there'd
it.
be an awful lot of just pure speculation.
Well, there's some really fun videos out there. If this is a 3D object, what would it look like in 4D or 5?
Or Flatland.
Flatland's a great example. If you haven't read Flatland yet, I recommend it highly. It's a mind experiment. It takes you into some places that you don't normally go. And in fact, I'd like to read it again. I think I have a copy.
And there's a decent video of it too.
Yes.
Probably on YouTube. Look for Flatland. It's a really good way of thinking about things. It's like, assume a 2-dimensional universe.
Mm-hmm.
What would a 3-dimensional person look like in that 2-dimensional universe?
They might not even register.
Right. Yeah. Well, not unless we cross the plane of that universe.
Yes.
If we do, they only see the cross section of the outer edges of the cross section.
Right. And it talks about how they move, how they would. It's really, really fascinating experiment. All right. So cool. Speculation may lead to knowledge unexplored or found.
Yeah.
Maybe they are here, lurking in shadows or underground.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We just don't really know. Maybe somebody knows out there. Maybe there's people with friends who are aliens and they just aren't talking about it. I don't know.
Okay. Here's one speculation. We've been invaded by silicon life forms that came in on an asteroid. They're now underground. They don't even know we exist. The life part, the living part of the earth is so thin on the surface, and they probably want the heat closer in the mantle and closer to the core. So
heat's energy, light's energy. So that would be surface.
Yeah.
So they don't even have to come to the earth for that.
So if they are here, silicon life forms, they're probably underground. They probably don't know that we exist, aside from something that, we passed something as we got here, as we got to our destination. It's kind of like a bug splat on your windshield as they get to where they're going.
By fast.
Yeah. So, and they could be there. They could have their own civilization. They wouldn't have buildings or anything that we would recognize. We'd never know. They'd never know.
Yeah. 2 ships passing in the night. Never have any idea. No idea.
Yeah.
All right. So Everyday Spacer is sponsored by CME Computer and IT Solutions, and I'm going to go ahead and talk about some stellar events this week. August 29th through September 5th. It's a little quiet this week. August 29th, moon is at apogee. August 31st, the first quarter moon in Tauri. So, if you see that black moon thing for this weekend, I don't know about that, because the 31st is the first quarter moon. It's not going to be a new moon, but it's interesting to have a term for a new moon that happens twice in the same month, because of course we've seen a full moon that happens twice in 1 month. The second one is generally termed blue moon, and it's kind of rare, once every couple of years, I think. Yeah. Does this one?
No, Daniel's was.
That's what I thought. Yeah. So,
Oops.
are you doing it?
Yeah.
I'll let you do it.
So Valis, but yeah. And
Is that a movie?
yeah, well, it's
Oh,
a short story. It's a
Oh,
short
I
story.
see. Okay.
And there's also Solaris. Interesting thought experiment. Not worth reading Stanislaw Lem though. Just
And the movies are
I
worse.
probably pissed off some people, but
Well, it's
wow.
really hard to get through them.
right, yeah. They basically
Oh, Philip K. Dick. Okay.
they basically took the book and up to a notch of unreadability
I see.
and turned it into unwatchability.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. Yeah, thanks, Cliff.
Starship.
Starship. I don't remember that one.
Trying to remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
Divine Invasion. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
So let me get back to August 31st too, because I've been seeing it all over like Facebook. Is the first quarter moon effect Antares is 0.7 degrees north of the moon. Antares is a big bright star in Scorpius. So yeah, I can accept that maybe the second new moon of the month is called a black moon. However, it is not this weekend because the first quarter moon is on the 31st. September 1st, the moon runs low, and it's Labor Day in the United States. And in fact, we've got basically a holiday, a day off. Oh, I see. He says Elon Starship.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yep.
So September 4th is Pluto and the moon are in conjunction. September 5th is our Friday night show again. Like I said, quiet week on the astronomy front. We're going to delve into yet another episode inspired by our audience about, hang on a bit, find us Fridays at 9 p.m. Pacific time on the Everyday Spacer Facebook page and the Everyday Spacer YouTube channel when it works. What inspires you the most for the coming week?
If you or someone you know has done something interesting involving space exploration, science, or astronomy, we'd love to share our live. Join us again next Friday, September 5th, for a bit of trivia.
This was inspired by Janie. Janie sent me an email.
Yep. And thinking that a trivia night would be fun. So
guess we'll give it a go.
Yeah, we'll give it a go. It'll work or it won't work. So y'all are invited.
Don says the 10th flight of Starship hit all the milestones and landed successfully.
Oh, good.
Fantastic news. Thanks for sharing, Don.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw about it, but what happened? It wasn't launched out of here, so I get a little less excited when I can't go outside my door and see it from here.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so like in this case, I guess Janie got an email, and the question was, an astronomical unit is the mean distance between the center of what two objects? She goes on to say, of course, you and Jeff know the answer. I thought this might be one of 12 trivia questions. I don't know about 12. It might be kind of long, but we're going pretty long tonight. For a trivia night show with people guessing answers and you and Jeff expanding on the topic in each of the 12 questions. What do you think? I love this idea. Now, will it work out? We'll see. I love math.
It will all depend on audience participation.
Yeah.
Because it could just be us twiddling our thumbs. So.
And if you love it, we can do it more than once.
Yeah.
I love math and science type questions and answers. And you know what? I think we could do it in such a way that there's some good ones that anybody can answer and some ones that are a little harder. Mm-hmm. And Cliff will answer them.
Or Don.
Or Don. Yeah.
Either one.
Maybe Scott.
Or Daniel will look it up.
Oh, God, yes.
Okay.
All right. Oh, well, Cliff says that would be great. Trivia.
Yeah. Okay. And
no, you see, I don't mind. How am I going to know?
Well, here's what I would recommend. Don't you, this isn't a contest to be the first. So, if no one's getting it, maybe try the AI. It might come up with the right answer, might give really weird answers, which is to me the fun of doing a trivia thing of what kind of weird answers are we going to get.
Well, and here's the thing too, to me, it's pretty much pique your interest And one of the things about piquing your interest is you'll have a spark. If it's a spark for you, then it's probably worth delving into for you if you want to take the time to do that kind of thing. I mean, it doesn't have to be, but it exposes to you some potential interest that you might want to delve into. Almost never do we have real expertise in things. Like, I remember the one comment, the guy was like, "This is terrible. You don't know anything about particle physics." And I'm like, "You're right. I don't. I just love it." And we went in and explored some things. So, yeah. And I think the whole idea is to encourage you to explore things too. And that's one of the reasons we love your ideas, so that we can run with them.
Yep.
Like we're going to do again next week.
Yep.
We got a couple more comments. I see. My goodness.
Yeah. So, yeah, true. I think he was talking about.
Oh, Dawn says, "I love the trivia idea too." So, did you see that?
Yeah,
okay, good.
I just we got a comment right as I was trying to click on Dawn's, and that moved Benno's up the line underneath me. Yeah. So,
and Scott,
we could.
You think there's a worse name out there? I don't know. Maybe.
Oh
boy! Okay, stop! Just stop! Right there, you can stop. This is a friendly show.
That's where I was like, can I say that? No. Can I say this one? No. Can I say this other one? No. Okay.
Wasn't here last time. Picked up another. Yeah, I saw that. I think you had some clear skies at least. That's cool.
Yeah.
Then how many eyeballs do you have, Cliff? Do you need? How many scopes now? Is it 10? What's this? A 2-moon junction? Oh, are you asking about conjunction? What does that mean, Benno? Please explain.
Yeah. Because
I've lost the plot, or I have no idea what you're on about.
Yeah. There's a conjunction with the moon and Arcturus. Was it Arcturus?
Let's just go look.
I just don't remember any. Antares.
Antares.
Started with that.
August 31st, first quarter moon. Antares is 0.7 degrees north of the moon. And a lot of times those are occultations.
Well,
not just near each other, but
in the northern hemisphere, it's usually an occultation if it's on the south of the moon. My guess is that it might be an occultation in the southern hemisphere.
Oh, that makes sense. Nice.
If it's north.
Nice. Thank you. All right. Let's see. We had Bennu. We had a lot of new people. Bennu, Cliff, and Scott, and Dawn was here, and Daniel,
and
Bubba One. And I kept getting you confused with Scott, because your little icon is almost exactly the same. You got another comment. Yeah. I'll go ahead and keep reading off names.
Yeah. Kirk still flying.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I said Scott, right?
Yep.
And Daniel and Dawn and Cliff, and let's see.
Alan
was here. Thanks for being here again, Alan. Janie was here.
Daniel says, if you fly around space, you can make your own conjunctions anytime you want. Yep.
Great. Thanks.
Do
we get everybody?
And Cliff, bolded going forward because we can't find reverse.
The whole song.
Yes.
Oh, Steven Soch was here?
Yep. And there was
that one?
A couple more, I think.
Boy, we really got...
we got a lot of comments.
We got you going out there. Sally was here. Yay.
Yep. And I thought there was someone right at the beginning that they only made 1 or 2 comments toward the beginning.
This is a lot.
Yep. But,
yeah, if you got more, I see them coming up.
Yeah, Cliff, see you next week. Benno says, peace, Daniel. Yep. Okay.
Oh, Growth 360.
Growth
Simplified.
360, yeah. And bad.
Oh, bad monkey, no banana.
Yeah, I think that was it. So.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go to the top just to be thorough.
Yep. Okay.
We really appreciate you being here and your comments. And I have a feeling one day this will get too long to do this shout out at the end. But it's always a better show when you're here.
And it'd be really nice if it gets even longer than this. Although this is too long to do the full shout out, but
pretty much.
Okay.
Certainly not in a timely fashion. Yeah. He-Man, we got He-Man.
Oh, He-Man, yeah.
This is amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And sorry for the wait, but I wanted to hit everybody if we could. That was it.
Oh, but there's live stream
Yeah.
or StreamYard.
That's this platform.
Um,
All right. Anything else from you?
Nope. I really am happy that we interested so many different people,
Yeah.
and
Really, really encouraging. Thank you very much.
I hope to see you guys around here again. I showed that.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Good. All right. So great to have you here. Anything else from you?
Nope.
I'm good. We will continue to watch for your comments as well. And thank you so much for being here. It's always a better show when you're here. Have a great week. If you're in the United
Good
States,
night.
have a nice holiday weekend. And we'll see you next Friday.
Yep.
Good night.
Good night.